What hellish abomination have I summoned into my game? I don't know what you're talking about. She is absolutely beautiful. I love how she's still got her nails on. As if that's the most important thing. I wanted my sim to play in the snow at the park with his girlfriend Dina and then propose to her, but I think they skip right to the honeymoon phase. I am sure the guy under there, whoever he is having the time of his life. Although she sure isn't by the look on her face. What's on my floor? This is what you call an unfortunate homosexual encounter. Okay, that one is definitely getting me cancelled. I love how it's in the bathroom as well. Meet Brad Michaels, legendary drag queen and world's #1 and only Judith Ward impersonator. In a way, it kind of reminds me of White Chicks. I think it's the eyes. Imagine a drag race game pack for The Sims 4 where you could have a live drag career. I'm just putting it out there. What does this mean? Relationship. Master. It means that a vampire turned your sim. If you played as the other sim, it would say offspring. Excuse me? Well, they call him Daddy Vladdy for a reason. That's right, if you do have a dom fetish, just get the Sims 4 Vampires pack. Her sister passed away and I went over to cook them a meal. Wrong decision, I guess. This is inappropriate. Please stop. This is one thing I hate about the stupid Sims 4 AI. When you visit a house of a friend or even like your parents' house in the game, they treat you like you're this random person that's just walked in their house. And if you do anything that makes you feel comfortable or at home, you get told that you're being inappropriate, and it just makes absolutely no sense. Sims 4 Sims are supposed to be the smartest Sims and they're literally not. So I made my Sims try for a baby and they couldn't use the bed because it was against the wall, so I sized it down and wondered what it looked like to woohoo. I don't regret it. The blank expressions that Sims have when they're woohooing is absolutely terrifying, and I love how this Sim has the bunny rabbit slippers on and they're just like clipping to her knees. Kids, this is how babies are made. This is how you were produced by your parents. YouTube, please do not demonetize me for giving incorrect information. A fire started on my lot and would not be extinguished, so I called the firefighters. Then my Sim went into labor and the bassinet is blocking the door. Help. I mean, saying that, it's not like the firefighters would have done anything anyway, because normally they just stand around or they dance or do anything but actually put out the fire. And it's funny because when there's a fire on the lot, you can't actually go into build mode and move anything or change anything, so you're just stuck. Although this is the dumb Sims AI that I can actually appreciate. Sometimes it's just frustrating, but this is where I actually appreciate Sims being dumb and I actually love the chaos. Aged up 2 super cute twin children to teenagers, one balding sad teen who looks like he's not allowed to drive past the high school, and Nikocado Avocado. One of the most traumatizing things you can do to yourself as a simmer is raise your cute children Sims up to teens and see how horrific they become. I think the worst possible example of this is the Goth family refresh. When you look at Alexander Goth as a child, he doesn't look too bad. But then as soon as you age him up into a teenager, his face looks very, very peculiar. And that's because the Sims team didn't take into consideration from this refresh that people would age him up and he would look differently. And whilst we're here, we may as well talk about the random Cass. What on earth is this? My Sim is a teacher. This is her work outfit. I feel like if I make a comment about this, I'm gonna get cancelled. Must be a teacher in America. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. That's what somebody else said, and that's all I'm saying. I'm gonna leave it at that. This vampire snuck into my house just to clean up my dishes. Thank you, Mom. You see, vampires in The Sims 4 can be incredibly annoying, but I do endorse this feature, whether it was a glitch or intended. I just loaded the save. What is he doing? He is living his best life on the fridge, and that is all you need to know. Anyone else's Sim just constantly horny for the jungle? Do you know one of the funniest things I learned in my first year of university studying psychology? The human brain does not understand the difference between feeling horny and feeling scared. There is a reason why they say go watch a horror movie on a first date. That's all I'm saying. I feel like this is not the right approach for when a student skips class. I think that's a perfect approach. If I've just noticed as well, she's sitting on the toilet. At first I thought this was just like a locker that she was clipping out of, and then I realized it was actually a toilet. I mean, I'm sure the method works. It's not the orthodox approach, but I'm definitely sure this will work and she'll never skip class again. My first real build in The Sims 4. Do you know what? I think everybody's first ever build in The Sims 4 looks exactly like this, and if you say otherwise, you are a big fat liar. I wish we could have a pet update, as interactions with them are so slow, limited, and have so much to work on. Do you have anything you'd like to improve about pets? I like how they're just casually trauma dumping about how shallow the cats and dogs pack is for The Sims 4, and they just show this screenshot of their cat using the litter tray, looking very dissatisfied and grumpy. It kind of reminds me of that TikTok trend where people were making cakes that look like cat litter, and they are literally eating these cakes as if it's like real cat litter, but it's like just a cake. Somebody said walk more than one dog at a time. I didn't even think about that, but that actually makes a lot of sense. Somebody said they want pets to have skills, such as like a hunting skill or agility skill or training skill. These actually make a lot of sense. Somebody also said they'd love to see being a dog groomer. Again, this is something that makes a lot of sense. It should have been in the Sims 4 Cats and Dogs pack. Trying to make something spooky. What the hell have I summoned? I asked the exact same question. The funny thing is though, I know this baby on the left is the debug baby, because in the Sims 4 babies are objects, so you can literally place them down and like decorate with them. That's what makes this even more hilarious. I did not name this NPC unborn child. I think your game is haunted. Woohoo, marry, Reap, male townie edition. Woohoo, Bob, marry, Don, and Reap, Mortimer. Is that the order? I feel like that's the wrong order. I feel like Woohoo should be Don, marry should be Bob, and Reap should be Mortimer. Although Mortimer's rich, so like you might want to marry him. Do you know what I mean? And I love how we've got the Sims 4 version, Woohoo, marry, Reap. I think in America people call it kiss, marry, kill. In the UK we call it snog, marry, avoid. I think I would Woohoo Don. I think he would be good. I would marry Mortimer for the money. And Travis Scott, I'm sorry mate, but you're getting raped. Reap, R-E-A-P. Got to focus on operating a successful club on Sims that I gave myself a little burn from my laptop. You have not experienced pain until you have tried to load up The Sims 3 on a laptop that's not supposed to be used for gaming. The burn you get on your upper legs is unimaginable. When my Sims age up. See, this is exactly me with my Mortimer situation. Look at that, it's literally the exact same top. I'm telling you now, the Sims 4 cast randomizer needs an overhaul. Seagull appreciation post. See, for me, seagulls in The Sims 4 literally just remind me of Super Mario 64. It's just the diagonal polymer meshes. It does something. It's like a nostalgic feel to it. I went to check on Yuki after my Sim broke up with her. This is what I came back to. 4 of them are expecting kittens. You see, that's one way to deal with a breakup. I dealt with my breakup by dyeing my hair bright red, so it couldn't have been that bad. I would like to share my sculptures with you. Share away, my friend. Share away. Oh, that's quite creative. Oh, wasn't expecting that. See, this is what the intended use of the move objects on sheet was supposed to be. You cannot tell me otherwise. I love how this one is just holding the toilet roll as well. I just aged my Sim up and what? I do not know what you're talking about. This is absolutely beautiful. Couldn't think of any more of an attractive Sim. Or are we talking about this clown in the back? There's a lot going on in this picture that does not have any context at all. And the most normal thing about this picture is this Sim standing right here. Excuse the phone recording, but this swimming animation is making me chuckle. Don't judge the guy. He's probably just working out his muscles. He wants to have a proper swimmer's body. Absolutely nothing abnormal about that at all. Or maybe he's just working out his pelvic floor. Anything but just doing normal swimming. He's wearing swim trunks and flippers whilst his girlfriend's water breaks. Well, that is one way to deal with the problem. This is going to be hard to explain. Do you know what? In a way, I don't really think it is hard to explain, because I think all Simmers are like this. The Sims 4 is supposed to be a family-friendly game. You're supposed to be creative, live your best life in The Sims 4, and we all just torture and kill our Sims for absolutely no reason. Absolutely no explanation needed for this one. Anybody else have start new syndrome? You see, I said it before and I'll say it again. Simmers spend about 5 hours making the perfect simming cast. They spend about 2 or 3 hours making their perfect house, and then they spend 5 minutes playing the game and they shut it down, and then about a month or 2 later they'll go back and just do the exact same thing over and over again. That is the right way to play The Sims 4, and if you play it any other way, you're crazy. I love reacting to Sims 4 memes. I have a couple more videos here, so make sure you check them out. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one.